Hello and welcome back to the Digimon modded colour series thing. Completely wrong one of those words, but it doesn't matter because today we are checking on these guys. I'd say checking on these guys, but literally nothing's changed here. He's still hanging around with the little baby. They're still chilling out. Any day now, I'm just gonna like wake up in the morning and it's just gonna be him on his own, and I'm gonna have to name him. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for him then. That's gonna be interesting. But we are also going to be starting a new hatch on the Vital Bracelet here. That was a little dusty there. Right now, you won't be able to see it very well, but yeah, I've got Merrimon on there. And more importantly, we're going to be hatching these guys out, because unfortunately, yeah, like I said, I did have to let the second Bancho Mamimon pass, but he made it to 86 days, a bit further than his brother who only made it to 74. But not everything's bad, so I think first things first, because it's the one that spends the longest in the baby stage, I want to get the Vital hatched out first. So let's, yeah, I guess start off with the Mad Black Raw. Let me take this off first for a start, so I can actually do this on the camera. Sure, hold up. Step 1. Remove the thing. You look after that now. Step 2. Turn the screen on. Step 3. Insert the card. Yeah, delete Gloom Lordmon. Because I've decided I'm going to be raising a Digimon on the Vital to bring to the DDUK meetup, and I'm going to bring my Versus Dim, and so if anyone brings their Vital, we can battle. And it'll be fun. I want to get this guy hatched basically as soon as I can, because it's the one that takes the longest to evolve to its baby 2 and then child stage. Dim accepted, then remove Dim. Yep. Pop that out. Set your Vital Bracelet. Whatever, just put my finger in the sensor. That'll totally work, right? It worked. And now we get to see the egg hatch. Yeah, do this, there we go. And there's a little Botamon. So he'll sit on my arm for a while, and I will let him evolve, and eventually when I get a new strap from the Vital Bracelet, I will actually take him outside. When I feel confident that he's not just going to like fall off my wrist at any time in the day. So let me pop some of these back into their holders. Right, now, I've got to put that back in. Give me a second on that. See, now it's all fine. So next up, we're hatching these guys. I always do the hatches first. So that's on the left, hatch. Hatch, 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 there we go. Version 4 egg. And then on the right here, hatch the version 5 egg. So given these two combinations of eggs, those of you who are familiar enough with the DM20's roster will already know exactly what Digimon I'm going for. Keeping in mind, of course, for the DUK meetup, you're allowed one Jogress and then one other Mon. So that's what I'm going for. A Jogress Mon and one other Mon. And if you've seen some of my older videos, then you should understand why I'm going for this particular Jogress Mon. And of course, classic DM20 style, we got a poop on the screen. Bancho Mamimon had to leave some up behind for the next generation. So they'll be hatching soon. Should only be like a minute or so, shouldn't it? Oh, there, not even. There you go. Euromon and Zerumon. Little fluffy boy and a little slimy boy. Let's clean that poop up right now. Give them some good food. There's a lot of meat for them to eat for their like tiny little blob bodies. And let's train them up. Zubamon goes first. Standard bubbles, okay. Aren't Zubamon's bubbles like kind of acidic? I know Bubbmon's definitely are, but Zubamon I'm not certain on. And then Euramon here. I assume they also just have bubbles, but you can never be certain. Ah, they do, yeah, just bubbles. And one last time. And voila. That should be them pretty much taken care of until they evolve. Polygon's down here. And now we get to the bit I am real excited for. These guys, you know, also the main focus of the entire series. Speaking of the main focus of the entire series, the thumbnail for the last video, and what I'll probably be doing for the thumbnails for the rest of this series, I forgot to clean out that corner again, that's going to kill me. Like, yeah, I drew them, and it's not my best work, I'm okay enough with it. I don't dislike what I've drawn, but I know I can do a lot better, so don't be too harsh. I'm not exactly an artist or have a lot of experience. I'm going to actually use my shirt to wipe that and stop smudging oily fingerprints all over the screen. Did that do anything? No, not really. In any case, here is Tentomon. Look at him, just dancing apparently. You see that? He was like doing little spins. Yep, I'm not going to see that now. Yeah, Tentomon, little thunderbug. Wait, no, thunderbugs are actually a thing, I think. Or it's like an American name for a bug. Yeah, right now he's A-OK, and the care he is going for is pretty much good care but lazy. That's what I'm going for. Tentomon. So, yeah, the reason he's on the roster, I just really like Tentomon. I think Tentomon's just a cool Digimon. I love, not so much the anime version, but like the idea of just a giant cyborg ladybug thing that just like when he goes to sleep just curls up into his shell. I don't know, I like his design a lot. So Tentomon is pretty much the child level for this device. There is obviously another child level because you get two. And we'll explore that later. If you've seen one of my other series, I think it was the Pen Color series, in the most recent hatch, you will have probably seen this before. So you've seen Tentomon on this device before. This isn't new ground. But what is new ground is this side. I am so excited to be able to show you Zubamon. This is, again, one of the sprites I coloured. Oh, come back. Don't hide. Let's check his stats real quick. He's A-OK. Zubamon here needs care mistakes. He's had the care mistakes he needs, and he needs some overfeeds and some sleep disturbs. The sleep disturbs are going to happen tonight. The overfeeds, I think I've got one more to go, so he's not going to be hungry for a little while. But look at him! I'm honestly just really proud of the colouring I managed to do on this sprite. I also very much like how Zubamon is pretty much the original, no, not the original Agumon sprite, is it? Or is it like the Virus Busters Agumon sprite? It's one of them. It's definitely like a variant of an Agumon sprite, pretty much with that horn stuck on. But you know, I like it. You'll notice little things like his little chin thing there is silver, and yeah, that's because if you look at his art, it is, you know, his like underjaw armor thing. You can see the silver on his blade slightly. You can do it, camera, believe me. Or at least for a few frames. Oh, there's the ring light. And I don't know, there's not a huge amount to talk about with Zubamon sprite. It was pretty straightforward to colour, I'll be honest. I guess for now, we send these guys into the arena. Quest mode. Stage 1. Tentomon versus Betamon. Zubamon versus Agumon X. So you can see their standard attacks here. And obviously Zubamon turns into a sword when he attacks, which is, what he does. Tentomon here has 2 thunder attack, and Zubamon obviously has a slash. Tentomon wins the first round. Tentomon versus Tentomon, okay. Take your bets. Is Tentomon or Tentomon going to win? Oh, and we've got sword versus sword on this side. We've got a mirror match. I wonder who the boss is going to be. Boss is almost definitely going to be an adult level. Okay, Zubamon is the first to make it to the final stage versus Tyrannomon. So there's a little bit of spoilers for who else is on this device. Who's Tentomon going to get? Mekumon. Again, more spoilers for the device. Okay, I think Zubamon took the first hit. And so did Tentomon. Zubamon's also taken the second hit, which is very unfortunate. But you can do it, buddies. I believe in you. Oh, damn, they did. Okay. Zubamon is actually at a disadvantage against Tyrannomon. You know, vaccine versus data. I think Tyrannomon just won, unfortunately. Yep, there it is. Sorry, Zubamon, buddy. And I think Tentomon's about to share the same fate. Oh no, he's got one more in him. Go on, Tentomon. Nope, okay, that's it. Well, it's worth a shot. Maybe we'll have to do that when they're at adult level. Tentomon has unfortunately gotten injured as well. So here you go, buddy. Or better. How are you feeling after that? Your energy's a little bit spent. I guess I'll try that again later, off camera, see if we can get past the final boss. But for now, I think the more important, at least the more interesting fight, will be against each other, which I'm going to connect them before I hit that button, because if you've had experience with Digimon colours, you know they get a little bit tetchy with their connection battles. So here we go, Tentomon versus Zubamon. Oh, you get to see their ult attacks now. Oh, got an evolution. And the winner is Zubamon. So I think Tentomon might have a slightly different attack sprite, I'm not sure. I'm like pretty certain I gave him an ult attack. But you got to see at least Zubamon's ult attack. I'll have to look back on the footage to see if it's a different sprite. But I could have sworn I gave Tentomon an ult attack. If I did, it should have been his little claw thingies. Unless I just forgot to, but that doesn't sound like me. Not something like this. I was like fairly confident I'd given him both attack sprites. Hey Tentomon, what does your attacks look like? Okay, that's thunder. You know what? We're doing this again. Round 2. Begin. That was poops, not... I want to see if Tentomon's attack sprite is different, and if I've forgotten to give me an ult attack. I seem to have forgotten to give me an ult attack, unless it is just a slightly different sprite. If that's the case, it's unfortunate. Can I skip these? Yeah, Tentomon lost again. I'm sorry, buddy. Don't be injured, don't be injured. Okay, he's not injured. He's been drinking a lot of tea because, again, lazy, so he doesn't want to get max effort. Actually, no, you didn't want to get 30 training. Or something like that. So I guess Tentomon's not got an ult attack. Ah well, I mean, I guess there's only so many attacks you can give the lightning bug. But yeah, as you saw, Zubamon's got like a slashing attack and sort of a claw attack. But more importantly, they both now have access to the same background. Which is kind of where I like these guys chilling. I like this background. I know it was overused a lot in the DM20, but I like it. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think they're actually ill because of that, because they evolved afterwards. I'm very sorry, you two. You got outright neglected. Speaking of neglecting them, Pygmon here wants care mistakes, because I'm going to go down the... I want to say Gizamon route. Tentomon here does want looking after. I want to aim for Piomon, so... There you go, buddy. Have some of that. Oh, that is such a funny... adorable yet funny eating sprite. You're going to just... Go for it! Yeah, like that. Just less angry. I spoke before about how a lot of the pendulum sprites were sort of like goofy and cartoonish, and I liked that. Honestly, some of the OG sprites as well are just as goofy, and I love them. I love how comically wide their mouth opens when they attack or eat or do anything. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pokemon. You're gonna have to suffer a little bit. So I'm just gonna set you down there, and we're gonna pretend that care mistake isn't happening for my own sake. But yeah, obviously Zubamon had to be on the device, and he had to be the main one. It was a given. There was zero chance of me having a device without Zubamon on it. Realistically, this is the reason I modded the device. Purely so I could have Zubamon on there. Yeah, I've said pretty much everything I can say about Zubamon. I just love him, and he is absolutely my favourite Digimon of all time. He's got like a good sense of justice. He values fairness and just tries his best at everything, and more importantly, just charges headfirst at every problem and doesn't even stop to think about like strategy and stuff like that. Which I can vibe with. Why bother planning things out when you can just throw yourself in at the deep end and hope for the best? But that will do it. And of course, little Pokemon still. Little Pokemon's there. So, from Nani, from Tentomon and Pagumon, forgot their names for a second there. From Botamon and Marito, I'm not showing you because it takes effort. From Tentomon and of course Zubamon and myself, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Probably when these guys are adults, and I'll just do a quick recap of what's happened between now and their evolution for everyone else. Anyway, bye.